Quite certain we can double this. Probably triple. We got the brand new Traxxas Stampede 4x4 brushless over here on the left. This is a 1/10 scale electric 4x4 monster truck. Sells for $400 at the time of this video. And as far as I can tell, is pretty much a replacement for the outgoing Stampede 4x4 VXL, which is the old brushless vehicle. This sold for $450, so it is dropped 50 bucks in price. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure it's really any better, and actually in several ways quite worse. Pulling off the body, it's pretty much the same as before. Inside roll cage is pretty much identical. Body, Lexan, everything feels pretty much the same. Latch system on how you actually attach it to the truck, it's pretty much identical. I don't see any changes there. It just has some new paint colors. That's about it. You got the TQI Sport radio, which is again a little bit of a downgrade from the old TQI radio. This one is pretty decent overall. Had a couple of little adjustments. If you got the Traxxas Link, which is a nice Bluetooth module, hook this up to your phone and get a lot more adjustments. Decent radio overall, multi-model memory, so that was kind of nice. TQI Sport is pretty small. It does have this removable grip here to make the handle even smaller, but really no adjustment except for trim. There does have a menu system here inside to, basically set your endpoints, turn on nitro mode, turn on and off TSM. But other than that, pretty basic radio. In terms of the good, the one thing I would say that I think is the biggest improvement are these composite GTR shocks. This is a welcome upgrade from the old Ultra shocks, which is these tiny sort of 1990s style shocks that pretty much would bend on if you looked at them wrong. That is a massive upgrade. I'm glad they're setting this up on all their new VX3 1/10 scales. The other improvement is the new 2057 servo, metal geared, reasonably fast. I have no complaints about this. This is coming again on all their VX3 1/10 scale cars. And then the arms have been redesigned here, front and back. As you can see, I think they're pretty much the same front and back. I don't see any differences. They come in this gray plastic, reasonably flexible. They are now basically oriented the same way front and back, and I think they do have provisions for sway bars here integrated into the arms. Lastly, you do have the Talion MXT tires. So this is a brand new tire, brand new tread pattern, a little bit taller than the old sledgehammer tires that came on the Stampede 4x4 VXL. Tread pattern wise, yeah, it seems reasonably aggressive. Feels like it might actually work here in the dirt. We'll definitely test it out. But one thing I really don't like about the new tires is they're actually too tall. On the old Stampede, the truck could barely bottom out the chassis. You can hear it actually hit the table there at full compression, and you really need that. You need the chassis to be able to touch the ground. That way, if you're landing huge jumps, not all the forces are getting transferred and bottoming out on the shocks themselves. That's how you can bend screws here. That's how you can bend shock shafts. That's how you can bend rod ends as well. So that is something you really need to have in the truck. And as you can see on the new guy, it does not bottom out. So if you're landing huge jumps, this is not going to bottom out. You're going to have issues. You'll probably be breaking shocks and shock shafts and that the kind of thing. So I do think that is a little bit of a miss here on this new Stampede. And then one weird thing is they do have these new gray spacers for some reason in the wheels. They're a separate insert that come out. If you see inside the wheel, there's actually a recess for them, so they kind of plug that up and then you put the wheel nut over it. Another annoying thing about the car is that the wheel hacks is just, they're metal, but they just slide on and off and there's nothing holding them on. So frequently when you pull off the wheel, actually the metal wheel hex pops off as well. It comes loose and then your drive pin could actually fall out. And then if you did that, the car would not actually move when you hit the throttle. Other changes are basically just kind of a color swap. It's got a black chassis with gray accents, whereas the old one had a gray chassis with black accents. Mine's been upgraded to some colored shock towers and hubs and stuff like that. But the hubs, the knuckles, everything, shock towers look like pretty much identical pieces. I don't think there's any change there. They're just in a different color. On the back end, again, no changes. Pretty much an unchanged wheelie bar there. Back end looks pretty much the same. So those are basically the good things. And we're going to talk about the downgrade. So number one is going to be the electronics. They do have the VX3 system. Actually, it's pretty smooth, runs decently well. It is 50 miles per hour or so on this truck. We'll have to see if that actually goes that fast, but not sure. I really like this motor. It's a 3200 kV motor, so a little bit lower kV. It does have cutouts. You know, basically dirt can kind of get inside the motor. It does have an integrated fan, which is nice. It does, you know, provide some cooling as well as an external fan, but the length and size of this is really not any bigger. It's actually a little bit smaller than the old VXL system. Also, the VX3 ESC has no programming options really. It's got the, you know, race and sport modes and beginner mode, that kind of thing, but you cannot actually calibrate this thing, so I think that's a bit of a downgrade there. On the old system, you had the VX3S system, which is a decent ESC. It ran okay. You know, the motor is a little bit bigger. As you can see, it's a little bit longer. Another downgrade is the center shaft, which is this composite piece with a brand new clear plastic cover, but the old one was an aluminum piece. Again, had a plastic cover, but that aluminum piece, in my opinion, probably a little bit more durable. The composite pieces, I've seen people break these on the slash, so I'm not sure how that will hold up long term, but yeah, a little bit of a downgrade there. Finally, on the new one, you do have non-adjustable plastic links for camber links, steering links, both front and back. Whether that's an upgrade or a downgrade is debatable. These, you know, don't break particularly easily, which is nice, but the old one did have adjustable zinc coated or chrome or something, basically steel pieces, which were adjustable, a little bit more race oriented. You could tune the truck a little bit better. I think it works okay on the old one, but, you know, in my opinion, probably a bit of a downgrade. So that's pretty much a quick overview of the Stampede 4x4 brushless. Honestly, I kind of like my old VXL a little bit better. I mean, I'm kind of have the idea maybe just keep this, swap the shocks, but other than that, I really like the old Stampede better. But, you know, we'll have to see how it actually performs. Definitely need to take this out to the BMX track and see how it actually drives. Lastly, I do have pretty much every 1/10 scale monster truck that is available on the market. So if you want to show up with things like this, the Maverick Q2 Flux, the Team Associated Rival MT10 V2, and the Armored Granite 4x4 2 to 3S BLX, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Definitely hype this video as well. I want to do a shootout between all these 4 trucks to find out which one is the best, because I think that's kind of the best way to evaluate these on a per comparison basis. But that's enough talking. Let's take this truck out to the BMX park and see how it actually drives. Got a 3S pack installed, and I did turn off TSM. Just want to see how it drives without any electronic aids. Other than that, yeah, just completely stock out of the box. One thing I did notice is it does have little blue bumpers on the shocks to, I guess, provide a little shock absorption. So I think Traxxas is aware that the shocks will bottom out, and I guess that's a remedy, but not really the way I would do it. But anyways, we want to see how this thing drives. Wow, traction is really good. So I would say these tires actually hook up quite well. Get up here. Drives well, no TSM, not an issue. Brakes are good, wheels, tires, traction, it's working flawlessly. Stampede is the first RC car I ever got was a 4x4 VXL, the original one. I think it's the first one that had the 4-pole motor. Rotation is nice in the air. A little backflip, no problem. A little loud. These shocks need to be tuned a little bit. Back flips instantly. Kind of cool. Still no TSM. Not a problem. Oops, I don't know where we are there. Oh, that one hurt. backflips, no problem. Let's go a little bigger. Quite certain we could double this. Probably triple. Craziness. Oh, that was a nasty one. Alright, a little different angle. I find this a little easier to drive. But the sun at this time of day, pretty much right in your face. Not bad. Simple doubles. These tires are quite big, heavy, and spin the truck like crazy. 110 monster truck is super fun for doing stunts and stuff like that. If that's your thing. If it's not your jam, that's fine too, but I like to send it. Ooh. Didn't rotate there. Body looks a little beat up. Let's fix that. There we go, fan. Sounds like it's starting to go. Kind of a weakness on these trucks, or these Traxxas fans have always been a little suspect. Oh, that's a nice one. Still no TSM. Did land it. Oh. Figure. Whoops. No, no. Oh. I think you can turn down the throttle endpoints for like nitro cars and stuff, so something I'll probably play with. I turned down the brakes maybe like 20% or so. These big heavy tires definitely make it a little touchy. Triple? Lost it in the sun for a sec there, but I'm pretty sure that was a triple. No problem. Just had to kind of guess with the rotations because I couldn't really see it. So apologies, it didn't look quite as cool. But a triple in the sun, half blind, not so bad. Let's try a little small jump. Oops, missed it. Going double. Something sagging there in the back. Looks like a shock. Let's check this thing out. Yeah, we broke a shock. Shock rod, shock shaft just snapped there. Same thing happened on my Slash, and unfortunately, yeah, that seems to be a weakness on these new composite GTR shocks. Still got the little bumper, so other than that, the bumpers actually seem like they held up, which is nice. But yeah, the shock shafts, number one upgrade I think you can make for these cars if you want to jump them is get the titanium nitride coated shock shafts. Another upgrade I'll have to be doing to this truck, but yeah, there you have it. Stampede 4x4 brushless. Let's pull off the body. Sounds like my fan is completely shot. You do have to unplug the car to turn it off. Looks like, yeah, the motor fan broke at least one fan blade, maybe two there. So that's another area. That's a bit of a weakness on these trucks. I might just remove the fan, honestly. I think it's not crazy hot. So there you have it. One thing I was saying about Stampede 4x4 brushless, it does perform well. It does drive really, really nicely. Quite a massive sender. Maybe add a little droop by running the inside shock hole here. But yeah, we're gonna have to get the new shock shafts. You're gonna have to find the spring as well. Looks like I lost that. But anyways, I'm glad they dropped the price, 50 bucks. Electronics, I think, work okay. They don't have as many options for adjustments. The servo works better. The tires work great, actually. I do like these tires, really grippy tires. Not a fan of these little gray inserts on the wheels, just something extra you might lose. Maybe I'll just glue them to the wheels. That's a simple fix for that. I'm guessing they did that just so you could buy like different colors or aluminum ones or something, more of an accessory than any sort of functional difference. But yeah, the Stampede 4x4 brushless, it drives great actually. So no complaints about the performance. I think it's an excellent driving truck. Just a couple of weaknesses with the shocks. The body didn't pop off either, so that's nice. And then objectively the VXL probably a little better, but overall this is a nice little truck. Just get yourself some shock shafts and I think you're good to go. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the hype button if you like videos like that. That does help out support the channel quite a bit, and look for more videos soon. Thanks for watching.